All right, welcome to another special edition of Media Monday. We have a full cast and crew with us here today. From the athletic training room, we've got Makina, Tyler, and Christine. Saki is with us as well. We can't leave her out. So we thought we'd try to get a look behind the scenes of the athletic training room today and let you see what's going on over there. Christine, I'm going to start with you. New role for you this year. Head athletic trainer taking over for Cindy. Obviously, huge shoes to fill, but how do you feel that's going so far?
I mean, you can ask these two, but we haven't killed each other yet. I think it's good. It's, there's some growing pains, but I think, Cindy was a big loss, but I think things are rolling along.
Tyler, kind of same question for you. New role for you this year. You moved up from graduate assistant to a full-time assistant athletic trainer. What's different? What have you noticed that's been a change as you've adjusted to that role?
Paperwork. As a GA, I kind of got to live the life and come in, cover some practices, meet the coaches and things like that, and it was a lot of fun. Not that paperwork isn't fun, but I got to kind of see the other side of things where it's, getting all the athletes' paperwork in order, and, that part is more than I've been used to, so it's definitely been an adjustment, but Christine and Makina both helped me out tremendously. They answer all my questions. So,
that's because I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
I regret sharing an office with him.
And Makina, the one day she just came in and dropped like all the front rush paperwork stuff that I needed to do. She's like, "Here you go. These are your teams," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So, but no, it's been good. Like I said, they helped me out a lot, so that's definitely helpful. But definitely an adjustment.
All right. Kind of for any/all of you, take us through a day in the athletic training room. It's Monday right now. We have no home events. But that doesn't mean there's no work to do, obviously. You guys have a full day ahead of you. So what does a typical day look like in the ATR?
That's why Saki's here.
Yep.
From the weekend. Recovery from the weekend.
Yeah, there's always a lot of injuries. Mondays are busy. People coming in, stuff, whatever happened over the weekend. Saki, that's rude. We're in the middle of an interview. I apologize for her. But yeah, Saki obviously helps out a lot, her coming in and trying to heal the athletes in her own way. But yeah, we open up at 9 a.m. now, and we basically go almost until like 7 o'clock tonight.
More paperwork.
Yep, paperwork, athletes coming in and out all day, a lot of treatments, a lot of rehab, just trying to get these athletes ready for their games this week.
Speaking of Saki, important question, has she recovered from her adventure last week?
She has. I think she doesn't seem to care at all. I mean, Saki's kind of the OG around here. I think she's almost replaced Cindy in that, right? She can do whatever she wants, and when she walks into a room, everybody looks at her. So,
my favorite part is when Makina walks in and there's athletes in there, and Saki comes in the door first, and everyone's so excited to see Saki, but no one says anything.
No.
Like, oh, hey, Makina's also here.
No, they're all like,
it's
"Oh,
always Saki.
And I'm like, guys, man, hello.
That happens in our office when she comes across.
Yeah.
So again, I guess for the group, biggest challenges of your job. What kind of keeps you up at night, keeps you on your toes during the day?
Well, to relieve humor, we're good at GIFs or GIFs or whatever you call them.
Our texting chain is pretty good.
Chain. There's not enough of us.
True.
Still trying to figure out, I think all of us, how to be in two places at once.
Right.
That's my biggest concern.
Honestly, just with the amount of athletes that we have, it's, doing rehab plans and things like that to make sure that, all of our athletes are, whenever they have a game, that they're going to be 100% or as close to it as we can, so they, are able to play and do their part. Just with the volume, it gets a little bit challenging sometimes.
Saki's getting hot just thinking about all that we have to do. Yeah, I mean, kind of like what these two said, I mean, the biggest struggle is trying to give everything to every athlete. We want to give as much time to every athlete as possible, and there are days that, honestly, I feel like I fail at that a lot. It's just when you have a line of 10 people waiting on you, you kind of have to micromanage the situation and say, hey, you got to go do this on your own. I'm sorry, I just don't have time to do that with you today. And, it really stinks for us to say that, but sometimes if we want to get to everyone, we have to do it. So kind of just managing our time with that and figuring out how best to serve these athletes. But we try to keep it light in there, try to keep it funny. We have a good
We
time.
all go to bed by 9 now.
Yeah.
pretty much.
So every job obviously has aspects to it that people on the outside don't know about. So you guys, before you became athletic trainers, you all probably had a conception of what the job was going to entail. Now that you've all done it for a varying number of years for all of you, what were the biggest surprises to you? What are you doing that you didn't expect going in?
Paperwork.
Mhm.
Dealing with insurance.
Insurance companies are fun, I hear.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was the biggest thing for me because again, as a GA last year, I didn't do much with the insurance, and now that I'm in charge of various teams, every time they have to go a doctor's appointment or whatever, I'm handling the insurance part of things with obviously some help here and there with questions and stuff, but I didn't really even realize until that was a huge part of it. It just kind of slipped my mind, I guess.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I think when I was going into it, I'm like, oh, practices always happen in the afternoon, so I'd be working like 3 to 7 at night or whatever. I'm like, oh, that's an awesome work day. And then you get into the profession, you're like, oh no, you still have to be in at like 8 or 9 a.m. and you're still working till 7 or later when you're traveling. So that was the biggest thing, is just kind of realizing just how much time, it's so much more than just pre-practice prep, which I think a lot of people, they see us at practices, at games, taping and like on the sidelines, but they don't understand everything else that we do in the athletic training room to get the athletes ready.
Right. So let's kind of look inside the athletic training room. Before we let you go, we gotta ask you the same question that we ask everybody else on Media Monday. So everybody's gonna have to share a fun fact about themselves. What don't people know about you? What's your talents, your skills? What do you guys got?
I'll start because I knew this question was coming. I used to take figure skating lessons.
Oh,
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
So
know.
I do own a pair of figure skates, and women's hockey would not ever let me get on the ice with figure skates. But we used to do routines and costumes and
Oh, the whole shebang.
Wow.
yep, pictures.
We might have to
thrown
find
out.
some of those old costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
Post them on
let's
social
go.
media.
Dig that up. For me, I don't know, some people may know this, but I'm a huge outdoorsman, hunting, fishing. I haven't got to do a ton of it this year just with the increased workload, but definitely whenever I get a free chance, I'm either hunting or fishing or hiking, just being outside.
He's from Wisconsin. Other than
Yeah.
that,
Oh, yeah. I am from Wisconsin, so
You
people
can definitely tell when he says certain words like big,
big.
big, bad.
We have this conversation often in our office.
And he's a Bears
Can you give me a
fan.
big face?
I am a Bears fan.
Bears fan from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad brainwashed me as a kid. He grew up in Chicago, so when I was a kid, he was like, "Oh, the Bears are the best," and now it's like I'm kind of ashamed to admit it sometimes, but I'll get there eventually.
For Saki and I, well, it's two
I
different.
was going to ask if Saki had a
Oh,
fun
okay.
fact,
All right. So
that's
I'll
good.
go with me first. I think a lot of people don't know I'm a bit of a thrill seeker. I've been skydiving. I used to work on a high ropes course and zip line when I was younger. While working on that course, I've done hundreds of zip lines in my life, and high ropes, like course where you're like dangling 100 feet in the air, just like jumping from platform to platform.
All right.
I can certainly see that.
Parkour.
So yeah, I
Makina
don't know.
parkour. I love it.
Yeah, I also am quite the avid parkour person. Not great, but working on it. And Saki, not a lot of people know that Saki actually has a baby. No, it's still alive. That's fine. I just meant like previously. This is why I wore the sunglasses. I don't want to be recognized too much because I'm not good on camera. But yeah, she has a son. It's still in the family. But yeah, she's a mom. So well, not a lot of people know about that.
All right. Well, that's the athletic training room. Christine, Tyler, Saki, and Makina with the Hollywood shades. That's your look behind the scenes of the athletic training room. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Thank you.